Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss a topic on new subject, that is human computer interaction. Our chapter first is the human. So what are the objective of this presentation? Discuss the psychological and physiological attributes of the user, basic overview of the capabilities and limitations that affect our ability to use computer systems. Understanding of the user leads to successful design. So this is the outline of our chapter, the human. Information input output, visual, auditory, haptic, movement. Okay, these all topics we are going to see one by one. That is, these are the information input output system which we are using in our body. Information stored in memory. Okay, what are the kinds of memory? Sensory memory, short term memory, long term memory. Information processed and applied, reasoning, problem solving, skill and error. Emotion influence human capabilities. Each person is different. So first one is input output channel. So what is meant by input output channel? Input output channel is nothing but a channel through which we can receive the input and give the output. For example, in a computer system, the computer gives us an output onto the screen and we give the input to that computer in the form of the keyboard or mouse. So keyboard or mouse are the input to the computer and output channel of the computer is computer screen. And for human, the output channel is whatever the information we pass to the computer is treated as the output of the computer, and whatever the information we receive from the computer is output for the computer and input for the human. Input in the human occurs mainly through the senses and output through the motor control of the effectors. Okay, so there are basically 5 major senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste and smell. Among these, we are using mostly sight, hearing and touch in our human computer interaction. First one is vision. There are 2 stages in vision. First is physical reception of stimulus. Second one is processing and interpretation of stimulus. The eye, that is physical reception. So all we studied about the human eye in a 8th standard or maybe 9th standard in the science subject. The mechanism for receiving light and transmitting it into electrical energy. Light reflects from the object. So what happen in human eye? The light is reflected back from the object, and that light, as soon as collapse on retina, will get to see an object. So retina contains rod for low light vision and cones for color vision. Interpreting the signal, size and depth. Visual angle indicates how much of view object occupies. Okay, so that means whatever the object we can see, each object we can see with a particular view. So it's related to size and distance from the eye. Visual acuity is ability to perceive detail. Okay, means whatever we can see, we able to see it in limited portion with the help of human eye. Familiar objects perceived as a constant size. Cues like overlapping help perception of size and depth. Next one is brightness. Subjective reaction to levels of light. Okay, and it is measured by just noticeable differences. So brightness may be in terms of colors or maybe in terms of light that is reflected back from the object. Color. So color is made up of hue, intensity and saturation. We have already discussed the color models in a computer graphics subject. So there are basically color models which are treated as basic for preparing the colors in our computer system as well as in our day-to-day life. 8% of the males and 1% of females are color blind. In the whole world, it is said that 8% of males and 1% of female color blind. So that means the person with a color blind disability couldn't categorize the color from each other. Next one is the visual system compensates for movement and changes in luminance. So this is the optical illusion which is created by the human eye. What is meant by illusion? Illusion is nothing but the false perception. So as you can see in this image, there are two faces appearing here, as well as if you see closely, the two bottles are put cross to each other. This is a human illusion. Optical illusion. So this is the Ponzo illusion, which is firstly coined by the Russian scientist Ponzo. In this image, as soon as we are getting longer, it is converted into angle, that is A shape, but the size of the each and every object in this image is same as compared to the previous object or as compared to the object we see firstly. Second one is the Muller layer illusion. The Muller layer what is meant by Muller layer illusion? It is coined by the scientist Muller. In this there are two lines. This line is having the two outward angles and this is having the inward angles. Though these lines, the line having outward angle seems larger than the line having inward angle, but the truth is that both the lines having the same size. Reading. Several stages. Reading involves movement of your eyes. We read books, then we read novels, so it all causes the movement of eyes, and whatever the information we get from that book or novel will be received as an input and stored in our brain. Next one is hearing. As you close your eyes, you can hear the various sound around you, like sound of birds, then sound of vehicles. Okay, so how it will happen? It will due to the vibrations which is created in air. Okay, because of that vibration, sound is created. Hearing provides the information about the environment, such as the distance, directions, objectives, etc. The human ear is capable to hear, and there are various physical apparatus of the human ear, that is outer ear, middle ear and inner ear. So this is the structure of the human ear. The outer ear, what is the function of outer ear? Protects the inner and amplifies sound, means outer ear amplifies the sound. What is the function of middle ear? It transmits the sound waves as vibration to inner ear, and inner ear chemical transmitters are released and cause impulses in auditory nerve, means these auditory nerve are then passed by the inner ear to perceive the information. Sound. So pitch, loudness and timbre, these terms you might heard about in the physics. Sound is nothing but the sound frequency. Loudness related to the amplitude and timbre is also related to the type or quality. So humans can hear frequencies from 20 Hz to 15 kHz, which is less accurate distinguishing high frequency than low. As we already know that the bat can produce the high frequencies which is not hearable by the human, which is above 50 kilohertz. Auditory system filters the sound. It can attend to the sound over background noise, for example the cocktail party phenomenon. Okay, or we can take another example as if we are standing in a ground, then we can distinguish the various kinds of voices around us with our auditory system. Thank you.